family, I'm back with another video, and I just want to apologize for not being able to post videos in a very long while. I'm so sorry, but I have good reasons. But I will talk about it in the maybe in the near in the future videos and all that. But there's a book that I've actually been reading. So this book that I've been reading, it's by Jenny Han. I think it's Jenny Han because it's HAN. So this book, it's romance. So it's actually romance, but it's the young romance and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna talk briefly about it, the book, so that you just get a glimpse of what this book is actually about. So those people who actually know this, they know that this book that I'm actually gonna do, what it's all about. So this book that I'm actually gonna be focusing on is titled The Summer I Turned Pretty. So yes, The Summer I Turned Pretty. So those people who know this book, they also know that this book, there's also a series based on the same name. So it's actually based on the novel by Jenny Han. So so it's actually a trilogy. It's like 3 books. I think it's The Summer I Turned Pretty, The Summer Without You. Yeah, it's 3 books. So we'll get to all the 3 books just to get to understand what really happens in the end with this Jenny Han trilogy books. So this book is actually about these 2 friends. These 2 friends, they've been friends from since they were very young. So it's actually Laurel and Susanna. So Susanna and Laurel, like their friendship actually got to the point of them actually being like more sisters than friendship. So if you've got friends who you've actually had that kind of a relationship, you kind of understand what happens in this book and what Jenny Han is actually trying to portray when she actually wrote this trilogy of these books. So this book, Laurel and Susanna, they actually, as friends as they are, they grow up to, they continue to grow together, forming the friendship and the bond and all that, to a point that even the husbands, they're like close and all that. So their family is a mini family, but they are very close with each other. So Laurel gets married. She gets married to, I think her husband is John, and they have 2 children. The firstborn was what's his name? The firstborn was Stephen, and then the younger one is Isabella, but they call her Belly. So don't ask me why they call her Belly, but they call her Belly. So, and then Susanna, she has 2 sons. The first son is Conrad, and the second son is Jeremiah. So this family together, they've been having this kind of a tradition that they formed together of actually meeting in every summer of every year. So if I was just to check, I would say that because Conrad is 18, definitely Stephen is probably 17, Bella's turning 16, and Jeremiah is a year older than Belly, which is he's probably 17 as well. So Stephen and Conrad could be like 17 and 18. Yes. So what happens in this book, so these children, they grow up together as well. So it's like they get to, they grow up together in a way that it's like this mini family that is not blood related, but they are related because of their mothers and the time that they spend together and all that. So the longest time that they spend together, these families, is the summer, because I think it's like how many months? I think it's 3 months. Yeah. So yeah, summer, the United States summer, not our summer, in South Africa and all that. So Belly, as the youngest and the only girl, she's always had a crush on Conrad, and Conrad is not I can't say like he doesn't feel the same, but I'm just saying that he's a bit older than her, and he's a closed book. So he's like an introvert. So he's not a person who interacts very well with Belly and other people. So he actually spends most of his time with playing his guitar and all that. But Jeremiah, on the other hand, is the friendly one, the one that is more popular. You know, he's popular with the girls, he's popular with all that, and his personality is actually amazing. He's got a very charismatic personality, unlike Conrad is like the, you know, closed up kind of a person. Okay, he's cute, he plays football and stuff like that, but he's still not like the, you know, fun type of a guy and stuff like that. But Belly has always had a crush on him, so they grew up together and stuff like that. So this book actually goes back and forth, like from the childhood and to the present, childhood, present, and all that. So it also, so this book is actually more like giving description of the kind of relationship that Laurel and Susanna had, and the type of friendship that they had, and then how it escalated to their children actually having this same bond that Laurel and Susanna has. And on the other hand, again, it is also focusing on how the crush, Belly's crush on Conrad actually develops, and if the, what do you call, the crush will ever end, and if it does end, how does it end? And then there's this thing that they say in the book that Susanna has always thought that Belly is actually going to end up with one of his sons. So in her mind, she's definitely sure that Belly will either marry Conrad or Jeremiah. So it's just done with her. So, but she's just not sure who Belly will end up with, but she knows for sure that her daughter, like her sons, will end up with one of being, one of his sons will be with Belly and stuff like that. But in this case, Belly is has a very huge crush on Conrad and stuff like that. So, but Jeremiah, on the other hand, he's also you know, having a crush on Belly as well and stuff like that. So Conrad, you can say maybe he actually sees Belly as a child, so he actually does not entertain whatever that he feels or whatever that she feels. I feel like he sees that Belly is actually has a crush on him, but he has that thing of, oh, she's family, or practically not, like she's kind of like family, and then she's young and stuff like that. So I think he's actually like playing it safe. He doesn't actually want to entertain that. But Belly, on the other hand, is so madly in love with Conrad. But let's I'm gonna post another video, and the next video that I'm gonna post, I'm actually gonna be wrapping up on what actually happens between Conrad, Jeremiah, and Belly, and whether she ends up with any of those two guys or she does not on the first book, because there's still the second book and there's the third book. So there's still a lot to talk about. So thank you guys very much for actually watching my videos. Please continue subscribing and like my videos, comment if you have to, give me all the things that you think I should read, all the books that you think I should read, all the interesting books that you read. You can actually recommend them. I don't mind actually going to get them or buy them or maybe download them or stuff like that. So thank you very much, guys, and keep safe and know that I love you so much, guys. Adios.